drilling out some holes in the top of this container because I want to put some azomite, which is a mineral complex that has minerals A to Z. So I want to spread that on my sheep pasture so that I can have the plants absorb the minerals so that the sheep can better absorb the minerals. The soil test that we did told us that our soil is low in nitrogen and some minerals. I'm using high nitrogen bat guano to help with this. Bat guano also has beneficial microbes that will contribute to a healthy soil microbiome. The worm castings are similar, contributing to the healthy microbes in the soil. Microbes are important. Some of them eat the soil. This makes the nutrients in the soil more available to the plants. Beneficial nematodes, a part of the soil microbiome, also eat parasite eggs. We have worm castings and bat guano. It's high in nitrogen. My plan is to fertilize part of the pasture. It's a little overwhelming to think about doing the whole thing. I decided that it is good enough to do a large part of the high ground. The low areas often get very wet this time of year, and the fertilizer would get washed away. I can come back and do more later. A lot of the latest studies say that microbes in our intestinal tract have a huge effect on the rest of our health. We need probiotics, meaning pro-life, not antibiotics, meaning against life, to keep a positive and helpful bacteria balance in our intestines. Some things that are used regularly in households have an antibiotic effect that can be creating an unhealthy balance, including household cleaners, hand sanitizers, bleach and chlorine, antibacterial soaps, chlorine and fluoride in our water. All of these can be killing the probiotics in the environment that we need and our animals need for their health. Now the recent rains have washed in the fertilizer. I'm about to move the sheep shed. I want to move the sheep to the other pasture since I got it fertilized. And I'm going to bring some blocks of wood, some tires that go on the axles that are in the sheep shed, a piece of chain, and the sheep food, along with those radish leaves that you saw in there, and also a long crowbar. Okay, we'll head out there. I turned off the electric fence so that I could open it up. I got the radish greens, so I'm giving those to the sheep to distract them for a little bit. And I have the fence folded back over here now to work on the shed. I really like this shed. My husband and I built this in one weekend out of 2x4s and cattle panels. I can move it myself, though in the dry season we pull it with the lawn tractor. It has enough space for our sheep to get out of the sun and rain. I use wood chips to keep them out of the mud. I have a nut here to keep it on. Away from the axles. Right. I have to take off this feeder, it's in the way of the wheel. Okay, the wheels are on. I study holistic nutrition and functional medicine. I find that many of the principles that apply to keeping humans healthy also apply to animals. There are some common things given to sheep that can upset their healthy intestinal flora balance. One of these is alfalfa hay. Why? Now most of the alfalfa grown in California is genetically modified. This is a problem for two reasons. 1. It is designed to allow more Roundup weed killer to be used on the crop. Roundup is registered as an antibiotic. Your hay may be full of antibiotics without you realizing it. The second reason is that when plants are genetically modified, they contain more proteins than they did before, and they're proteins that humans and animals haven't experienced before. This is a problem because our bodies may not have the enzymes to digest them, and undigested proteins can act as toxins in our bodies. This is demonstrated by the huge increase of allergies in children, adults, and even animals. How do you get sheep to come to the other side of their pasture? You give them food, of course. There they are. Beautiful girls. I'm closing up the electric fence now. And get it secured so the sheep stay in the side I want them in. I'm turning the electric fence back on again now. There it goes. I have found more effective natural tools that contribute to my animals' health, including Yucca shadagra. I will share these with you in another video. What methods do you use to keep your animals healthy? Please comment below. Please subscribe and like. Thank you very much for watching.